I've always wondered, what if Naruto had his own eyes, his own kekki genkai from his own clan? And how much would that impact the story? How much would that change the Naruto story? But before we get into all that, let's talk about what the special abilities of the eyes Naruto is gonna be. So there's gonna be 3 stages of the of his kekki genkai, but I haven't figured out a name to call the kekki genkai. So maybe you guys can drop some suggestions down in the comments for me. Help me out, help your boy out. But I'm gonna start listing the abilities of the kekki genkai, and if you wanna skip this part because you want to maybe be a surprise when you're going through this, then you can skip it. I don't mind. You can skip it if you want to. I'm gonna just leave a timestamp to when I'm done, just so you don't get any spoils. But I'm about to get right into it. So the first stage, the powers of his eyes. So basically, the first ability, once he first unlocks it, is going to be see others' movements 1 second before they do it. So basically, a little bit like the Shine Gun, a little bit, enhanced movement speed. So it's gonna be a little faster, maybe a lot faster. It depends how advanced he is with it. But then he's gonna have perfect chakra control. So I think that's pretty good considering he is still going to have Kurama, and since Kurama really can't get in the way of his chakra control when he has the kekki genkai activated. So he only has perfect chakra control when he has the kekki genkai activated. That's the only time he has perfect control over his chakra, unless he actually learns it and gets better at it. But the second stage, he has everything from the first stage. He can copy everything he sees. So basically, taijutsu, genjutsu, ninjutsu, kenjutsu, and etc. Only thing he can't copy is others, other people's eyes, their kekki genkais. He can copy he can copy, let's see, fire style. So if he doesn't know fire style ninjutsu, he can copy that. He can copy water, electricity, lightning. Lightning. It is called electricity. I don't know what it is. The first thing that came off my head, but lightning, storm, and whatever other release that other people in the anime do. And he if he sees it, he can copy it. But so that's one of his abilities for his second stage. Once he gets to his second stage, that's when he unlocks it, and he can see other people's chakra. The Byakugan. You can see the chakra points, and you can see all that too. And I think maybe he can learn how to do the 64 pounds. Maybe if gets a teacher, all that. He just learn it on the side, get a little taijutsu, then he can use his eyes to have advantage to work with the a little ability with the Byakugan, and then he can steal chakra by touch only. So he can't just look at the person and just suck the chakra. Pause. So he can't just suck the chakras. If he touches them, Baryon mode, how he steals the life force. Wait. Never mind. I don't want to give no spoilers if y'all didn't watch that. Never mind. So basically, if they're fighting and they throwing hands and stuff, if the person hits him in the face, right, they're gonna lose a little bit of chakra every time they hit him, every time they touch him. I don't know about if they're near him. No, not when they're near him. Only by physical touch, or if they touch his clothing, because that's something on him. So yeah. So if let's say he's holding something like a sword as well. Swords also go with it. So if he has a sword and he touches somebody with a sword, it'll start draining the chakra. But he also can choose the amount of chakra that he drains. But it depends how advanced he is with it. So you can get more into the story, more about it. So then there's the void. There's void. And that's I wanted to add something new, something a little different on the side, or something a little, something different. So he has his void ability, a new kekki genkai to say that. And then basically, I mean, I bet you guys already get an idea. It's kind of like dark, so basically he can kind of like make portals. He can teleport with them by moving them around. He can absorb darkness, like maybe when it's night or something, he can absorb the shadow to create chakra, so he has more chakra, which I think that's OP. Y'all making this character OP, guys. So yeah, so he's gonna be OP. He's very OP, very, very OP. So yeah, he's gonna be able to do that, and I'm not gonna spoil all the moves, like all the all that moves, but there is gonna be somewhere. I'll think of some more for y'all. But there is swap with any object, just like the Renegade, swap with any object. But he can also swap with a person, so it doesn't have to be an object. So he can swap with a person, a human being, and an object. And then there's see others move like before they do it, like 3 seconds into the future. So the first ability, see like what is it, 1 second into the future. So when he gets to the last stage, you would see people like 3 seconds in the future, like a little more, so you'd be able to predict other people more. But the only problem with it, like you guys know the problem, like if he's slow and the other person's extremely fast, then it will help, but not as much as it would if they was like the same speed. If they were the same speed, but it's OP. But if the enemy's way faster than him, he gonna get rocked, bro. Well, not really. I mean, like if they touch him, still chakra. But hey, bro, I'm continuing this way too long. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all. Let me just. Okay, I'm gonna start with the story for y'all, cause I talk a lot. So yeah, let's get start with the story. Okay, so this starts off at the incident of the nine-tailed fox attacks on the village. What an attack! So basically, when Minato does the Reaper Death Seal and Naruto is on the ground and stuff. So basically, what happens is when Minato does the Reaper Death Seal, he actually seals the whole entirety of the nine-tailed fox inside of Naruto. Yes, I'm making him OP. So he seals the whole entirety of the nine-tails inside of Naruto. And once he does that, Danzo, he's on the side. So basically, he's just watching everything happen and watching everything go down. And Danzo, we all hate him. At least I think so. I mean, I don't like him, me personally. But yeah, he's on the side just watching, just stalking him. And then once Minato dies by the Reaper Death Seal and Kushina from when they both get stabbed, Hiruzen comes to pick up Naruto. And he brings him to his office for protection so nothing happens to him. While Hiruzen sends Anbu out to make sure everything's okay outside. So after all of that going down, the next day later, Hiruzen decides to take care of the baby Naruto. And he decides to raise him till he's 4. And then once he's 4, he gets him a little apartment, that little trashy apartment, that little disgusting place, rats, nasty spider webs. He just throws Naruto into there, right? So when he throws Naruto into there, he's just there and he's just sad because he's alone, and he's been depressed because there's been villagers messing with him and just calling him names, kicking him around, kids staring at him in a weird way, and he's just felt like he's just been nobody cared about him. But that just made him want to get stronger so he can gain everybody's trust. But at the same time, he still felt anger inside of him, and that really got Naruto very upset and mad. So he runs outside and he runs through the forest and he starts punching a tree as hard as he can. And then after doing that for 10 minutes, he notices that his hand is bleeding. And because of that, he goes back to his house to wash his hands. And then once he washes his hands, he noticed that the blood isn't coming off of his hands. and he starts crying even more because of the pain and it's burning. So he keeps watching it, and then after a while it starts to go away. But then he notices that not just the blood is gone, the wound itself is gone. Like he never, like as if he never punched a tree, the whole entire wound is gone, like nothing happened. And he was very intrigued by this, but he just shrugged it off and just said, it's whatever, it doesn't really matter. And he just decided to go to bed. And while he was dreaming, he had a dream about this fox, and when he went inside of the cage, he saw the nine-tailed fox, and the nine-tailed fox, he was growling at him. He was like,
"What are you doing in here, boy?"
And Naruto got scared because he tried to scratch him with his claws as hard as he could, and he was like yelling. He was scared, and then after a while, he started to calm down, and he wanted to actually pet the fox for some reason and become friends with the fox. Because since he wasn't able to make friends with any other humans, he maybe decided that this fox that's like way bigger than him and that's inside of a cage, he must be sad and lonely and wants to get out and has a lot of anger inside of him, and that's why he was trying to attack Naruto. So he decides like he wants to become friends with this fox that he sees in this cage. So he tries to befriend Kurama, but Kurama refuses, and they talk for a little bit, but Kurama still has a little uninterested face on his like looking face, like he has an uninterest in Naruto completely, like he doesn't care. But out of nowhere, he just suddenly wakes up, and when he wakes up, he sees like this orange aura. Like everything doesn't look the same, like everything looks orange, but then suddenly his vision goes back to normal, and he's freaked out because he was wondering why his vision changed completely. It's like his whole vision, everything, the colors, everything changed. And for a split second, he saw these weird blue auras and some dots inside of them. And he didn't know what they were, but they were standing outside of Naruto's door. Naruto, he saw this, and he went to go check it out because he saw blue auras standing outside of his door. So he went to go open the door, and he saw two big guys outside of his door, and he was scared and he fell back. And then the villagers, they grabbed him and they dragged him to their house and they beat him, and they kept beating him until he was bleeding and he was crying, yelling for help. But they had tape over his mouth so nobody could hear him at all, and he was screaming, crying out for help, for someone to help him. But then out of nowhere, he sees this weird aura once again, and he's freaked out by it, but then he also doesn't really notice it much because of the pain he's going through. And out of nowhere, he breaks through the ropes that's holding him, and out of like not even thinking about it, just natural instinct, out of nowhere, as if something is controlling him, controlling his body. Something weird. But he knocks out the villagers and he drags them. And he drags them to the forest of death. And he takes out a kunai and he slaughters them. And he kept slaughtering them. Blood all over the ground. And the look on Naruto's face was speechless, because he didn't want to kill them, even though they was beating him and he was crying and he got bruises all over his body. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't even want to do what he did. It was like he couldn't control his body, like something else was controlling it. He could still see everything that was happening, what was going on, but he couldn't control his body at all. He had no remorse of what was going on. And out of nowhere, he got consciousness of his body again. And as soon as he did, he started crying again, and he just ran home away from the scene. And he just laid down in bed and just cried and cried. His eyes was hurting, and he knows why, because he has been hearing about kekki genkais and stuff. He knows what kekki genkais are. So he goes to Hiruzen's office and he asks Hiruzen about kekki genkais, and he tells him about everything that happened last night. And Hiruzen, he actually think that it might be the nine-tailed fox, but then again, he never heard of the nine-tailed fox taking control of a Jinchuriki's body like that. So he didn't really know, so he only told the boy that it was maybe just a nine-tailed fox, and it maybe took control over him for a second, and it just released itself for hurting Naruto. But then still, he wouldn't think the nine-tailed fox would necessarily protect Naruto like that. But still, again, he didn't know. So Naruto just went with it, and he went back home and just thought of it as it being the nine-tailed fox. But then this is where we have a time skip to when Naruto is in the academy. So we're at where they're making the squads, and Team 7 is going to consist of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. And all the other teams, they're all going to be the same. But I would add Hinata, but I don't know. I'm just put Sakura in there. But so that's normal Team 7. So everybody leaves, and their sensei picks them up, But then Team 7, they're still in the classroom. They've been waiting like 2 hours, 3 hours for their sensei, and they're just bored. So Naruto, being the immature brat he is, and he plays a prank on Kakashi. So when Kakashi walks in, instead of it being a little chalk thing, it's actually going to be water. Yes, water. But actually, Kakashi doesn't fall for this because he sees the bucket right when he's about to open the door. He opens it slightly, but then he sees it, and he actually catches the bucket when it's falling. So he avoids that problem, and he just doesn't care. Like, he acts like nothing happened. So then he just tells his team to meet them up on the roof, and Kakashi asks them about what's their goals and what they want to do in the future. And Sakura's up first. So Sakura, she like, Sasuke, there's a certain someone, and all that stupid fangirl stuff. And then Naruto's like, I want to become Hokage, and I want everybody to trust me, and etc. I don't remember every exact word. So then there's Sasuke, and Sasuke just on his emo boy stuff.
I want to kill a certain someone and slaughter my brother, blah blah blah,
all that emo stuff.
I want to restore my clan and kill
a certain someone.
Just that emo boy stuff. So then after we get through all of that, they ask Kakashi to share about him, and he said, no, there's no need for all that. I don't need to know about what my goals are. So then they just move on for that. And then Kakashi tells them about the bell test, and he tells them about that they need to steal the bells, 2 bells to be exact, and one of them will fail while the other 2 pass. And I'm sorry about the background, by the way, just ignore all that. So basically, Kakashi tells them that they shouldn't eat before they come to the training, the test. So they all go home, and Naruto, he belittles Kakashi for some reason, and he actually decides to eat some ramen the night before. So Well, yeah, that's it though. So I'm sorry that this had to be so short. You know, this is my first what if, my first video, and I'm so slow with it. I'm sorry, guys. But can y'all please subscribe and click the like button on the video? That support me a lot. And be ready for part 2. I'll release it as soon as I can. And make sure to suggest some comments about what y'all want, like some more what ifs, and I'll like them and stuff. If I want to do them, I won't like them. I mean, I might comment, but I'll comment on y'all comments if I'll do them. But I'll like all y'all comments. I'll like the comments. But yeah, suggest some videos or some what ifs that I want me to do. And by the way, I don't really watch One Piece that much, so maybe not One Piece what ifs, but yeah, some other anime, like My Hero, Naruto. But yeah, whatever y'all want, just whatever you want. I'll tell y'all if I do them or not. But yeah, that's it for this video though. But like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. Stay tuned, y'all. But yeah, peace though. Peace out.